Good morning, everyone. I'm broadcasting right here from the lakeside of the great East African lake, Lake Tanganyika. It's been an amazing East African outing. This was supposed to have taken place last year, but of course we know COVID happened, right? And so with COVID happening, I went online and we had some incredible teaching sessions with the church in Burundi, the church in Addis Ababa. That was an East African online engagement that was supposed to have been physical. But of course, with the use of technology, we're able to make up for the fact that travel wasn't possible. Having connected with these two churches online last year, I was now dreaming of a physical visit. And of course, we thought the pandemic would be over in 2021, but it persisted and has persisted till now. But against all kinds of odds, I was able to embark on the trip. We couldn't lock down an Ethiopian visa because of the conflict going on there. Tourist visas were not being issued as I planned my trip. And so I zeroed in on focusing on Uganda and Burundi. Of course, you must have heard, or maybe you just be aware that there are links that really capture my stay in Uganda, both in writing and in picture and in video. It was such an encouraging time. I felt like I was coming to encourage, but I was deeply encouraged myself. But little did I know that with the challenges I faced, even boarding for Burundi, I was refused to check in and board on the flight. I had to go back to Kampala, go back to the embassy, go back to the airline, and I traveled 24 hours later. Got here a day later than planned, but the past 3 days have just been nothing short of amazing. In terms of just the welcome, in terms of the warmth of the disciples here, where they lodged me, had me to stay, my needs are taken care of. I feel so refreshed from day one. I felt God refreshing me. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you for the brothers and sisters here. Thank you to the Akellos for their deep love. Thank you, Serge, for being there when I was going through the visa process. Thank you. Saturday was amazing, spending time with the Hope Project, the Burundi Hope Project, sponsoring 110 secondary school children, sponsoring 50 primary school children, and even sponsoring some who started like 5-6 years ago and have gone into university. 8 of them are already studying in university. I mean, I was tearing up hearing the stories. Some who are orphans, some whose parents cannot provide, and hope through those who have been giving and funding. Hope has been restored in the lives of hundreds here in Bujumbura, here in Burundi. And I just want to use this to encourage many more people who love to communicate hope. You might spare a few dollars, a few euros, but it will change and transform somebody's life. I want to take advantage to just really encourage as many as possible to please give to this project. I was shocked to hear from Serge that only 6% of children who are eligible for school, for education, are able to get education. That is a very heartbreaking start. We can move that 6%, even if we move it to 10, that will be, those 4% will be huge. Those will be lives that are transformed. And so please, I want to encourage us as many as possible to join in supporting this project. And then fellowship was incredible. Fellowship bonanza, that evening on Saturday, reclining over some great meals. Sunday was just amazing in terms of the worship, the singing, heartfelt singing and worship. And of course, I had the opportunity to share about the promises of God, which is our currency, faith in God's promises. Believe, trusting what God has promised is our currency. It's the most stable of currencies. In Nigeria, we've gone from a dollar being 160 to a dollar being over 500 in just a couple of years. Very unstable, up and down. But God's currency, holding on to God's promises, is a currency that weathers through any storm, any circumstance in life. And then we had a leadership meeting, still insisting on the need to lead by example, by our modeling. Then my best part was the fellowship. The fellowship was mind-blowing at Fiona's house, where we converged and just enjoyed great time of fellowship, amazing food. The children were playing some football. It was just an amazing time of fellowship with God's people. A brother like Serge from Burundi, his wife from Kenya. I mean, we're breaking barriers. We're breaking all kinds of national, ethnic, tribal barriers. That's the kingdom of God. And that's what we're here to proclaim. And so East Africa has amazing potential. And please, I want to invite as many as possible, come visit. Isn't this beautiful? Look at the hills, look at the mountains, look at the lake. Are you looking for resorts? I hear up country is even more beautiful. The mountains, the hills, the food here is so natural. The food taste, is it honey? Natural honey. I grew up as a child, my granddad used to have a beehive, so I know the taste of natural, pure, sweet honey. They got it all here. The vegetables, the fruits. It's amazing. And so it completely beats whatever picture I had of this country, Burundi. It's a beautiful country. In Africa, the things we've gone and seen in Spain, things we've gone and seen in South Africa, maybe, places that we've gone to, Switzerland, we have it right here. We have it right here. Please come and experience nature at its very, very best. So please, this is an invitation. This is a plea. Come to Burundi. You'll be amazed, both spiritually, naturally, emotionally. If you come from overseas, you will see how much privilege you have to have education. But again, on the other side, you see so much good that is here, that is not proclaimed on the media. But I'm going to use this media to say it's a beautiful country and a beautiful continent. Come visit us. Thank you. Murakoze. Thank you from Burundi.